Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Monica. I usually post anti-MLM content and some life content. In today's video, it'll be more of life content because if you looked at the title, I'm going to be discussing internet trolls. I do want to say I apologize for any extra background noise if it's more than usual. There are landscaping people across the street and I've been trying to film this video all day, so I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's get into the actual topic that I wanted to chat about today. As you all know, I do like to ramble, so even though I have 5 specific topics that I do want to cover in this video, I will probably ramble, and I do apologize for that. If you've been here for a while, you know that that's just something I do. Firstly, I have been incredibly lucky to not have the amount of trolls or even the amount of negative comments that some other channels I follow and I watch on a daily basis have. I've gotten a few negative comments here and there. Some have been more so constructive criticism, which I always appreciate. I've also had negative comments and people just being flat out jerks for no reason. You all know I don't take these things seriously. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I just want this to be a good viewing experience for those of you who come here every single time I upload a video. It's not to make everybody happy. I know I'm not going to make everybody happy. With that being said, a few examples of the difference between a negative comment that's more so constructive criticism as opposed to an actual troll. Just the other day, I had someone comment on one of my community posts. They had said, or they had asked me, can you make better thumbnails, please? Some people might take that as negativity. However, in my opinion, I take it as constructive criticism because when I actually looked at the thumbnails that I had on my channel, they were bad. Then I stepped back and I thought about it. All of the YouTube channels and all of the YouTubers that I watch on a daily basis, the thumbnails that really catch my attention are the ones where they're making a funny face or even a stupid face. When they have lots of text, when they have a lot of color, those are the things that attract me. I thought about it, about what this person said, and I was like, you know what, they're right. Why don't I work on this? I went on YouTube, I watched a couple of tutorials on what is most eye-catching, I guess you can say. And I started experimenting. I'm still experimenting and I'm new to YouTube. So of course, if people have constructive criticism, a lot of people have said, you know, I want to watch you grow. I want to see your channel become much larger than it is. That's why I take this as constructive criticism. But then there are the negative comments that are just people being human beings. Or not even human beings, just being trolls. And that's fine. But let's just take a quick moment to dissect some of these internet trolls and the things that I've seen. This video is not about my channel. It's about other channels that I've seen that have really nasty comment threads. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there are going to be 5 topics that I cover. The first topic that I want to cover is internet trolls do not suffer any consequences. Because, oh, boo-hoo, you're gonna report their comment. You're gonna ban them from your channel. If they really do not like you, they do not like your channel, they don't like your social media, or they just want to be a downright jerk, they'll create another account. They'll create another profile. They will do whatever it takes to leave a nasty comment on your video. It doesn't matter if you report them or ban them. These trolls, they don't suffer any consequences. They don't get fined. They don't get a restraining order. Because who's really going to file for a restraining order of someone saying, I don't like your pink hair? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where these are just internet trolls. They will find a way to try to upset you and try to get a rise out of you. It's just, you're not going to please everybody. Going along with this, topic number 2. is I would love to see these trolls in the same room as the people that they say these things to. These are people who will not say it to your face. Maybe a handful of them will actually have the guts to say this to your face, but the majority of these people, they just hide behind a computer screen. You have to think of it that way, is that these are just people that are hiding behind a computer screen. They have nothing better to do with their lives, but leave nasty comments on people's videos on the internet that they've never met before in their lives. That's the sad truth, unfortunately, is that some of the comments that I see on the YouTubers that I follow on a daily basis, or even just social media people that I follow on a daily basis, these are people who, they're never gonna say this to your face. They're not. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. You really do. If it's a loyal subscriber that's giving you constructive criticism or is giving you their take on whatever you talked about in your video, there is a way, if this person is your loyal subscriber, or if they comment on your videos all the time and they actually are there for your content, if they disagree with something, they'll approach it a specific way. Whereas trolls, they don't care. They just say whatever they want because there's no consequences. No one's ever gonna meet them in person, so who the F cares? Going on to topic number 3. Some people, I know eventually, will try to call me a troll because of the anti-MLM content that I have on this channel. They might call me a troll only because I'm going to other people's profiles. I'm doing a ton of research. Some people might take me as going to someone else's profile and reading through their posts as I'm trolling them. However, I'm not. I'm only doing it for research purposes because every single one of these MLM people post almost exactly the same thing. I know, I was in 2 MLMs. It's the same exact narrative. So when I do this research, I'm doing it to look into the behavior of these people. I'm not trolling them because here's why I think I'm not trolling them. Maybe you guys think differently, but here's the reason why I don't think I'm trolling them. I don't have to comment on their videos, on their posts. I don't feel a need to do it. I don't feel a need to like, dislike, anything like that on any of their videos or posts because I don't want to take time out of my day to try to make someone else feel bad. That's not what I'm here for on this channel. I'm here to talk about the predatory business practices of MLMs, and I'm here to talk about life content. I'm not here to necessarily expose people. I'll talk about things that people post and I'll dissect them. But if you watch some of my videos, I actually say I don't mean any ill will towards any of the humbots that are still in the business. I just don't agree with what they're doing. And I've even said, there was, in the paparazzi video that I did, I talked about this one consultant who I truly believe that she is a genuinely nice person, but I dissected her video because I didn't agree with what she said in her video. That's not me trolling. That's me gathering information from my research and talking about my perspective and my opinion. Just because I have my own opinion doesn't mean that I hate that other person. I'm sure that she's probably a really sweet person. She seems like a nice person. She seems like a good mom. And I'm not going to sit there and go on her channel because I saw some negative comments that were on her channel. And the way that she responded was actually very respectfully and very nice. I'm not going to go on her channel and do that to her because when I saw her response, I knew that she's just trying to do this to make some extra money for her family. She's not doing this as a predatory business. Although I may also be wrong. But from what it looked like, she looked like a sweet person. And the goal of this is to expose the people at the top, the people that are the founders of these MLMs, because they're the ones that are making the money. Granted, yes, there's that small 1, 2, 3% of people that are consultants that are making money. However, I do not believe that all of them are scam artists. I don't believe that all of them are scamming people. I don't. However, I don't agree with the things that they're doing to get their downline, to get their recruits and everything. And the fact that they talk so highly of, you can just sell the products on Facebook, on Instagram. But then when you get added to all these secret groups that the normal general public doesn't see, it's all about recruitment. I don't agree with that. It doesn't mean that this person's necessarily a bad person, because people who join cults, for example, not saying MLMs are cults, but I have compared the two. These are just my opinions, right, for entertainment purposes. But when someone enters a cult, more times than not, they're a completely different person. They transform into a completely different person. That's why I don't think that they're all bad. And I'm not trolling them. I'm not there to make fun of them. I'm there to dissect the things that they are saying. And I'm there to do my research on a specific MLM. I also, at the same time, because a lot of people don't take the negative comments seriously, they just brush it off and they're like, oh, it's just an internet troll. However, there are also those people who do take it seriously. I do not want to be held responsible for being that last comment, that last straw that pushed someone over the edge. That is not my goal in life, and I do not take enjoyment out of trying to make someone else feel bad. That's not me. I may joke, I may be sarcastic, but I don't want someone to actually feel bad. And I have a conscience. I do not want to be the reason why something happens to them. Which brings me to number 4. To anyone watching this who wants to be a social media influencer, who wants to go on YouTube and start a channel, I may be an incredibly small channel. My production quality sucks. My editing sucks. Everything sucks. I get that. But you have to have thick skin. You cannot come onto the internet and expect people to be nice to you. You have to go on the internet expecting for people to be mean to you. I know that sounds very messed up, but it's the truth. You have to have thick skin in order to be on the internet. Like I said, I'm a small channel, but I started knowing that there are going to be negative comments. There are going to be people who do not agree with what I say. There are going to be people who will tell me that your channel sucks, your production quality sucks, this sucks, that sucks, and that's totally fine. You have to have thick skin. Do not go into the internet world thinking that everyone's going to be nice to you. You're not going to cater to everybody. Not everybody's going to like you. It's one of those things where, you're not going to please everybody. You have to be okay knowing that. You cannot expect for everybody to like you. At the end of the day, I kind of feel bad for trolls. Here's my reasoning why. They have to sit there and make fun of someone else in order to feel better about themselves. I think that a lot of trolls are very lonely people. They would never say these things to people in person. It's all over the internet. They're all on there with their keyboards going like this, like, oh my gosh, this person sucks. I hate their content. I hate this. I hate that. What possesses a person to think that it's productive to comment on someone's video and say all these negative things just to feel better about themselves? It's one thing to leave constructive criticism. It's another thing to just be a flat out jerk. There was a bit that I had to take out of one of my earlier videos when I was reacting to some of your comments because some people were kind of upset about it. I guess sarcasm doesn't translate everywhere. Well, I took it out. However, some of you did see that bit. So to the people that have seen that bit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a comment on one of my videos regarding the production quality of the video. I know it sucks, I do. And if this person took even 2 minutes to look through the comments, multiple people said that. I already responded to multiple people saying, yes, I know the quality sucks. this person felt the need to say that. For whatever reason, I decided I'm going to take a look at their channel. They uploaded one video, like super awkward pose, crouching in the kitchen, the counter's like cutting off half of their face, and they uploaded the video. Then they're gonna sit there and say that my content or my production quality is terrible. That's the thing, is that this person needed to say that to me in order to make themselves feel better. And that's fine. If her saying that made her feel better for that day, by all means, I don't care. I know not everyone's gonna like me. I know that my content is not everyone's cup of tea. I get that. At the end of the day, I do feel bad for these trolls. If someone feels the need to make fun of someone, to make themselves feel better or to make their day better, because let's say they did have a bad day, that reflects on them as a person, not you. You're going to get negative comments. You're going to get trolls. Do I think some of them take it to a whole new level? Yeah, I do. And I think some of them are just so incredibly rude. But at the same time, here's another reason why I feel bad for these trolls. When I look at the bullies that I saw in school, all of the people that were either mean to almost everybody or the people who targeted certain people. I'm not going to get into specifics because I'm not here to expose the bullies of school from when I was younger. When I grew up and I heard about their life, their home life, these were damaged kids. Their life sucked and their home life sucked. So they took that anger out on other people, innocent people who didn't deserve that. But the reason why they did it was because they were an easy target. The reason why they continued to do it is because the easy target not necessarily allowed it, because I don't condone violence. However, they didn't do anything back, or they got upset about it and they took it seriously. If you don't take it seriously, it's not going to continue to happen by the same person. It might continue to happen by other people, but it won't continue to happen by the same person because they see that I can't get a rise out of this person. They're not gonna cave to my BS, and this isn't worth my time anymore. Moving on to the next content creator, the next influencer, etc. That's why I feel bad for them. I do. Their life must suck so much that they have to be nasty to people they've never met before in real life. They probably never will meet them in real life. And even if they did meet them in real life, the majority of them would hide in the corner and be like, oh my gosh, like I have to face this person now. The majority of them would never say this to someone in person. If you're watching this and you are someone who wants to start a channel or become a social media influencer, or even just go on the internet, be prepared for this. Make sure you have thick skin. Don't let it affect you. Look at it from a different perspective. There's always going to be negative people out there. There's always going to be people that are mean to someone for no reason. They might not even like what you look like, and that's why they're going to make fun of you. Don't let it bother you though. They're just trolls. They're just people that sit on the internet behind their computer screen because they're too scared to actually say something to someone's face or make a difference in the world. So they sit behind their computer screen and the keyboard. That's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. Anyway, if you have watched up to here, thank you so much for watching. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye.